DJDUBL.
It's DJDUBL here, and today I've got my good friend Exo Man in the building.
What's happening, my brother?
I'm alright, man. How are you?
Good, you know.
Good times. So first up, talk to me about the Black Bottle Boy Association. So I'm interested to know. I know what the Black Bottle branding is. I'm interested to know what it is to be a Black Bottle Boy and how it happened.
Do you know what? A friend of mine referred me to them. For a DJ called DJ Prospect from Scotland. Big him up.
Yeah, man. Shouts to Prospect.
Had a meeting with them, and literally the meeting was about 60 seconds. The guy was like, "I like your music. It's about pussy and girls and clubs and shit. We make drinks for pussy and girls and clubs and shit." And yeah, I was like, "What? Is this actually happening?" And that was it. Then we had a drink.
Yeah. What did you drink?
Never guess what. Probably a vodka cranberry, to be fair. If I'm going to be honest. A Magnum. Yeah, bro, literally. And then since then, I've been messing with Belaire for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
I was the first person to get the sponsor in this country. And we just do all kinds of stuff, like parties in different countries. It does a lot, especially when I go to America a lot. Then I meet up with the Black Bottle Boys that are there, do stuff with them, and internationally, literally, I can get the bottles anywhere. As long as they're in that country. Right. And then we just...
So you can just be like, right, there's a party happening tonight, send 100 bottles.
Easy.
Boom, and it's there.
Yeah, that's what's happening on the launch party. Well, yeah, the launch party.
There's obviously like the whole Rick Ross affiliation with Belaire as well.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like, so I know you've got a lot of stuff going on stateside. Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Through this Belaire thing, or just because you happen to be running around with celebrities all the time?
To be fair, I met him out of sheer coincidence. I was working out of a studio in LA called the Boom Boom Rooms. That's Will Smith's studio. And I was in room B, and Meek Mill and him were in room C. Okay. And I was like, oh, snap. The big boss is here. To go to the toilet, and I seen them under just chilling, like, and I was like, all right, let me go to the toilet, wash my hands, come back, have a little conversation. And then to be fair, I see him all the damn time. Yeah. Like in spaces, and he does remember me, and he does help man up, you know what I mean? So it's cool.
Last time you were on the show, like I think you were just about to head back to LA. Yeah. Last time you sat down with me. Yeah. How's things out there? Is the fan base still strong? Because it seems to me that you're focusing a bit more on capturing the UK now. Yeah, they're there, but do you know the thing is that it's nice here. I think people here have realised that they're allowed to be fans now. I think before everybody kind of wanted to be artists. Yeah, and with the helps of different kind of international connections with your Drake and your gigs and your so on and so forth, it helps and has made people realise that we're cool. Yeah. Know what I mean? So I don't even know where I focus on. I do a lot of writing in America. You know what I mean? And due to like the old songs like Quag and the whole One Direction people in my video, that's why it popped off there. Right, yeah. But fan-wise, you never know. Like, you get messages from Germany, you get messages from all over the place. So you can't really pinpoint where they are. Yeah. Do you think you should be bigger in the UK than you are? Never really asked myself, man. I'm very... It happens when it happens, man. I know it's gonna happen, but I don't whine and believe that. You know what I mean? I like your attitude when it comes to like doing music and stuff, because you're very different. And I've known this for like, I don't even know how long I've known you for, like years now. Yeah. But you've always had a different approach, like especially in the early days, because you've been grafting and doing this since before it was cool. Like you say, before it was cool to be a UK artist, yeah, you were being a UK artist. Fully. And I like your attitude in the sense of you kind of don't jump on a wave because that's the wave everyone's listening to. You're just like, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. Like it or do one. I think it's our job to create waves, not ride them. And that's it. Create it, and then make everyone else ride it. It's hard to do that though, because sometimes, and you've seen this so many times in all different genres, the pioneers get forgotten. Fully. Like the people who create the waves, yeah, don't necessarily get the credit. Wiley is an exception. But if you look at early days UK rap, like people like Jess, Task Force, yeah, all these people, no one gives a shit about them now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, when you find, so having that attitude, creating the waves, do you think it could be detrimental to you sometimes?
I don't know. I think it's all I know. I think I'm gone past wanting to make it for the sake of making it. And just, oh yeah, there's that beat, like, let me jump on that challenge, or let me do this, or let me do that, so you can get noticed. I'm like, you know what? There should be enough people that like that. If you're dope enough at what you do, there will be enough people out there that will be into your dopeness, and that's what I'm gonna run with.
Have you always had that mentality, or is it something you forced on yourself?
You have to force it on yourself.
Yeah.
You have to, like, because you literally are your own coach, your mentor, your shut up, your okay, it's alright to cry, literally. You get me? So if you don't have that attitude, what there's no other option. You're just gonna sit and complain or moan, dog. Like, on paper, I've done more than most. You understand? And yes, I do believe at certain points, things should have done more than I wanted them to do, like the quack tune or pull it to the side or different things like that. But it's both sides of the fence. There's two sides to the coin. There's consistency. There's raw. EXO had $7 grand to put into that song, but he only had £400 to put into that.
Yeah.
There's no PR behind that shit. He's on the road instead. He's not doing music for 6 months. Like, there's other things, so you can't just blame. Sometimes we just think that one song's meant to just go, yeah.
Yeah.
And I swear down, like, there's so many other artists, American ones as well, that once you hear them blow, people sit down and go, oh, who's this new guy? And you're like, what are you talking about?
They've been working for a minute.
They've had mixtapes. They've been working
yeah.
for time, man. And sometimes I'm surprised. Like, do you know what I like? When I go on YouTube and I see a song and I'm like, yo, this song's sick. Have you not heard it? 2014. The video.
Yeah.
I am hella late.
Yeah.
But I'm jumping up and down and promoting it like I'm, you know?
Yeah, man.
So, I don't even know, Double, man.
The 2 EPs are about to drop. By the time this video is out, the 2 EPs have dropped.
Yes.
CalmStorm and Storm2.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to go with 2 separate projects?
Like you said, being a wave creator has problems. Because sometimes you're doing different kinds of styles and different kinds of things. When I write what the beat makes me want to write.
Right.
So it's not always the same kind of me you'd get on something. So I found having so many different eggs, I thought, you know what, let me kind of balance them a little piece and put them on 2 different projects. Yeah. So people can have a mood. And they can, you know, it's not every day twerk. Sometimes sit down in the car and just jam and think about some stuff, you know. So for the people that missed Calm and Storm, the 2 projects are separate moods. As it sounds, basically. The Calm with the nice blue cover, and the Storm with the red cover, a little bit more turned up, a little bit more energetic. See it there. Let's pick up the producers on the projects, because I feel like producers always get left out the conversation. I don't feel like they ever, with a couple of exceptions, I don't think they ever get the shine. I've worked with, I made a conscious decision to work with the producers I've always worked with. There's only 3 across both projects, right? I'm mad funny with it, because you know what it is? Like you said, a lot of the times when we're looking for help with people, we always look up and we don't look left and right. I fully tried to focus a lot last year on looking left and right. And then the producers that I work with, because they build you, they literally make your sound. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? And they understand me, and they all bring out different parts of me. So shout out to my boy Dukas. Yeah. Shout out to CJ and Jordan from Wide Awake. And J-Tech. J-Tech's the only one I don't know. Yeah, he's a newer guy. You know what I mean? But he's been there for time. And he's sent me, you know, sometimes, you know, some people that have sent beats consistently for like 2 years, and you've not touched any of them. Yeah. But they've just consistently done it, because they've never went, oh, them man, Dukas are not messing about. No. Just keeps trying. And then bang, he just put, there's 4 tracks of his on there. You know what I mean? So J-Tech. Yeah. Talk to me about studio sessions with Dukas, because you guys have been working together for the longest time. Yeah. So how does a session now go? Like, Dukas, you know, I'm gonna be real with you. He's on this mind reading thing. I'll be sitting there talking shit. I'm snapping, bruv. I'm not even. And then next minute I'll hear something. I'll be like, alright, cool, yeah, that, and then that, and then that. And before you know it, we made a song. Yeah. Like, if me and Dukas, seriously, if we had a point where, you know, the ones where you could just rent out a studio for a week and that, and just be in there, bro, we could make 30, 40 songs.
Mad.
Easily. Because he is super talented. He understands the sound, he understands beats, and he's a piano teacher.
Right. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Bruv, his real name's Ludwig.
Yeah. It's Colombian guy, right?
But this is how deep it is. I'm sorry to put his government name on the internet like that, yeah. But his dad is a pianist. His dad loves Beethoven.
Right.
So he named him after that.
Okay.
And forced man to play keys.
Right.
Not to do salsa.
Yeah.
Forced man. And he's made a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He is very good at what he's done, man.
Yeah,
and stuff, even down to the engineering he's done with gigs, like.
Yeah. And he's working with everyone now off the back of that. He's mixing everyone's music, mastering.
What are your expectations for these two projects?
I'm gonna beat the hell out of them, bro. I'm gonna literally, for me, putting them out, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
It's now about what are you gonna do now they're out. You know what I mean? It's about shooting videos for everything. It's about literally, I'm gonna batter it. I've got a lot of syncs coming up with songs off the EP. Shout out to Netflix. Like it will work.
A lot of
syncs.
Right. Okay.
In different films and different things
so
where they play my stuff in the background.
Got you.
Yeah, that Will Smith thing helped.
The Will Smith thing that went over my head. So talk to me about that because I missed it.
Basically, I wrote Will Smith's last song. The last song, he ain't put out a song in 10 years. And I wrote his last song.
I saw you tweet about this actually. I completely forgot to mention it then. Yeah, so yeah, you wrote the record for Will Smith.
And it's produced by Wide Awake as well. And literally, they liked the song. Then I flew out to LA 2 days later, went studio. That's the time I went studio and I saw Rick Ross and that.
Right, okay, yeah.
And I was in the studio writing, and then they bought the song, and then they released it September.
Right.
Yeah.
And which song is it?
It's called Get Lit.
Get Lit by Will Smith. Okay. That, you know what? Now you mentioned it, I do remember the scenario happening, but the song completely went over my head, and I forgot about that. But yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
That obviously definitely opened a few doors.
It opened the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick.
Opened the whole building up,
yeah. So when it comes to, that's why I'm talking about syncs and writing and stuff like that, because that song gets a lot of syncs, and the people that do that want to know more about you, and then before you know it, you're into another realm. That's
how a lot of the biggest artists, I mean, especially not so much in hip hop, but especially in R&B and stuff, that's how some of the biggest artists break through writing hits for someone else. It's mad. Sick. Do you think one of these projects is going to do better than the other, or do you think they're just going to kind of just sail out there together?
It's funny you say this, because sometimes people gravitate to colours. So right at the moment, a lot more people are clicking like on the blue picture.
Right, okay.
Rather than the red picture. That might be just your mood, that might be just what you've seen on your timeline. But I guess it depends on what songs I bring out. If I bring out a song that's a banger off the Calm, people are going to gravitate to that. If I bring out a song that's a banger off that, then they'll gravitate to that. I actually want people to go, no, Calm's better than Storm. I want people to compare them.
Right.
Because I'm winning regardless.
Yeah.
If you're competing me against me.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I was very into Storm at one point, but at the moment, I'm calming.
I'm calming.
Yeah.
Personally. Yeah. You know what? One thing that surprised me about Storm, there's a couple, like 1 or 2 dancehall records in there, bruv. Like,
they're in there, cause
I like the touch a lot. I didn't realise you had it in yet, so like, that's a nice little touch, man. Bringing Stush on the record as well.
Yeah.
Like, this is like full on dancehall record now.
Just dived in, bro.
Yeah.
You get me? Shout out to my Jamaican roots. I went to school out there and everything.
Oh, you went to school in Jamaica?
Yeah.
I'm learning new things about you all the time, man. I didn't realise that. What's your favourite song?
In the world?
No, off your projects. Calm or Storm?
One. Favourite song out
of
all
it like
of them?
you've got 16 right there?
You can't ask me that, man. That's like picking your favourite child, even though parents have them. She's my type. I don't know. It's real easy to hit a sentimental song, but then my type makes me happy all the time.
Who is the girl on I'm Yours? She got a good voice.
Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna have to definitely edit this bit out. That's a what is her name?
Oh, you know what? you know when you're thinking to yourself.
Only reason I ask is because their name wasn't on the credits. I'm one of them nerdy guys. I like to look up all the details. You know when you used to buy the CD and you open the booklet in it and you see like, who produced that? Who wrote this? Like, I'm that guy.
You know what it is with me? Her name's Kelsey.
Her name's what? Sorry,
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Yeah, she's a singer. Yeah, but you know what it is? She tinkers between being an artist and not being an artist.
Right, I've got friends that do that.
So, but for me, I click with her in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
She's dope in the studio. She could be around a bag of man. She could be everywhere, but she just bangs work out. And I think vocally, she understands how things need to sound on a track. So that's why I never put no credits on there or anything, because she's not looking to be in a video. It's like, who done the bits to the Uchi Wally tune? Who's the singer? Who's the singer on that thing?
Oh yeah,
like no one knows. But so with that, I don't think she actually wanted to do it.
Right.
So that's why I left it. And to be fair, her vocals are on the, what song did you say? That one.
That one was yours. I'm Yours.
Yeah, and she's on Gangster. She's on both of them.
Gangster is another one.
Yeah.
I started to take that song a little bit personally, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I felt, what are you saying to me? Like, bruv. Has that come out of like a real life situation?
100%.
Yes, I love that.
The whole thing for me, the reason why I like Calm so much is because it's relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a real life situation and scenario. So while certain man was at work, I was in the house.
Yeah,
his girlfriend,
in their house with their girl,
smoking their weed.
Oh, that is pain,
I
bro.
even smoke, you know the ones there?
Just smoking it. I just start eating their weed. Like, why not? Like
coffee and that. Just looks cool.
What's the problem with Danny Dyer?
Oh man, he's just. Oh God, man, he is just that. For me, he's just that. A bit of a bell end, man. Like, for instance, I find him an actor. Like, I've got white friends that actually get it cracking.
Yeah.
That their dad was this lock, stock, two smoking barrels kind of guy.
Yeah.
And they are active.
Right.
And Danny, for me, is like
plastic active.
The plastic. He does all the cliche things that you would think. Like, it's like when someone's copying a yardie and they'll be like, "Well, bumper clock, mate, chum on." No, that's not how it is. And he does that for white people, for that kind of gangster white people. And it's like, that's not how it is. So for me, that when you're fake, when you're not the real deal, you're a Danny Dyer, man. That's how I feel when I wrote that. I think that's
yeah, that's a good enough one. The other one I wanted to ask you about, is it true that you got drunk one day and you just woke up in Chris Brown's house, and that you referenced that in Eat?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to elaborate on that. Like, I need more details. I need to know what happened the week leading up to this. Like,
I woke up one morning and ended up in Chris Brown's house.
Yeah.
Bruv, you see LA, yeah? I swear on my life, like, you walk out your house, you talk to one person, you talk to another person, before you know it, you're talking to Mike Tyson. Like, it's such a thick network of everybody knows somebody. You get me? And if you're out there enough, if you're vocal enough, if you talk to people, shit just happens. So that same morning, dog, I went out, I went to some bar. Some girl was like, "Oh, you should come to this club." Okay, I researched it, ended up in the club, saw a couple other English brothers I know. Then we was on the table. Then I saw someone else, a guy called Leon. He's they call him Starino. He's actually from my ends as well in Mitcham.
Okay.
And he happened to be like best friends with Chris Brown. So when I was in there and I saw him and Starino was like, "Bro, we there, let's go. We're having an after party at Chris Brown's house." I'm like, "What, bro? What?" Then everybody started pulling out in Ferraris and shit. I couldn't fit in it.
I was going to say that
was a myth. It was a myth. It was a Libby's. the way I had to get in some girls' whips, so there were chicks coming in it. So, allow me, double. This is the reality though of this whole thing. So my boy Leon had like a R8 thing. He told me to get in his brethren's Lambo. Couldn't fit in it. My knees were at my head. As much as I wanted to, it weren't happening. The ride was like 45 minutes. I was gonna collapse. Then some girls were coming. They wanted to come, and I was like, "Oh fuck that! I'll get in their car." The car was dead, cuz it was like a Datsun. I don't know what it was. It was any Nissan thing, but they were paying.
Yeah.
So I just jumped in the whip with them.
That's what's mad. That's the relevant information.
No, we couldn't keep up with them on the motorway back, but we made it.
Yeah.
And then it was just mad. It was. I walked into his house, yeah, and like, you see every single Instagram girl you've ever liked a picture of, like all of them, just all sitting there, lad. And in my head, yeah, I actually thought to myself, you know when you give yourself that scenario of like, you think this is the perfect scenario,
yeah,
and you know what hit me throughout that whole time, but I went,
go on.
You don't need me. Like, that is the reality of this whole thing.
Yeah.
They sit there like they're the shit. And don't get me wrong, their buff is crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. But in all retrospect, it's the other way around. You know what I mean? And then I just spent the rest of the time, I went outside in his garden and that, and I started looking at stuff, bruv. And I started asking myself, how the hell do I get this?
Yeah.
How do you get this?
Yeah.
That pits with fire and that in your back garden, and just chalets and more than one swimming pool, like, you know what I mean? That's what messes me more. And then I'm out there talking to Diddy and French Montana and that, having like, French is trying to put on British accents. I'm like, I'm not having that. So man's putting on American accents. So like, it was just surreal. But man deserves to be there.
You got a couple features on the project. So firstly, big ups to Young Reeks, man. Like, that's my guy right there.
Proper things.
Obviously, we mentioned Stush is on there as well. Why did you choose the people that you have chosen for the project? Again,
I think you should look left rather than look up all the time. People that have been there for a long time. Reeks, he's family. So why not? There's a brother on there called C's.
Yeah.
He's from my area as well.
I've never heard of him either, and when this is the first time I've heard of him, he sounds hard.
See it there? Exactly. And I'm like, do you know what? I like it.
Yeah.
I get that if I had a gigs as Skepta, I get it. But you know what? It's what I like. It's about EXO. You know what I mean? I've done things and had certain celebrities and things in your videos, and then it pops. And it's got nothing to do with you, dog. You get me?
Yeah.
But this is me, my choices, and how I see music and how I see things going on. And plus, I just like them. Like, I don't care if they haven't got a blue tick. I don't care about any of that. I think they work hard enough. I think their bars are dope. So I wanted to do tunes with them.
That's a good ethic, man. I wish everybody had that same mentality. I think the music landscape, no disrespect to anyone, but I think the music landscape would sound a lot better.
Yeah.
Like,
rather than the same old, your mates, you're doing fake friends. Doing that. Nah, I can't do it.
It's mad because I see you everywhere with everyone, basically. Even when we were in Croatia last year, like, you know everybody, bruv. And I think the most jealous I've ever been is I saw you posted an Instagram post with, what's her name? Is it Maisie Williams? She plays Arya Stark. Yeah. And I seen you post a picture of her. I was like, this guy just knows everybody.
Bruv, you know what? Have you ever seen Vikings?
Nah.
You ain't watched Vikings? Okay, you need to watch that, blood. Like, just again, this whole LA thing. I've done things where I've had house parties at my own place with people that I've met in hotels and that.
Out there or over here? Out there. Yeah.
Come back, everyone's chilling, but all they're telling me they're actors. I'm like, all right, cool. Then you go back home and you realise, bro, they're major actors.
Yeah, like massive,
massive. But I'm like, shit, I'm only fucking with you because you know was damn cool as shit, you get me?
Yeah.
I think that's the beautiful thing about it. Like, I met Jon Snow.
Sick.
Blood, I met him and he was like, some brother tapped me. This was in England though, I met him. Brother tapped me in a club and he goes, yo man, I'm really into your music, man. And I kind of went, cool man, thanks. And then I looked and I was like, fuck, that's Jon Snow, cuz. You know what Jon Snow is, right?
Yeah, like, what's his real name? Like Kit Harington or something, isn't it?
I screamed, blood. You get me? And for someone like that to say they're into man's music, bro, like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
You get me?
So I was going to ask you if you've ever been starstruck. Because of all the people I see you with, like, major stars, bro. Like,
Kit, 100%.
Was that it? Jon Snow?
Because I naturally... Because, you know the ones where I don't ever edge people off, but I kind of nothinged it. The music was loud. I'm in the club, like, yo, yeah, man. And I looked, and then I went, yo. You get me? So then, so I can't. That definitely was missed. Will Smith. You know what I mean? I met him for like about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know the ones where you ask someone to take the picture and you set the camera up proper before though, because you know you're not getting the second picture.
Yeah.
It's like a rotation. It's like a conveyor belt. He said a little something to me. Yo, man, like the song. I was like, just nodded, took the picture, and just moseyed on out of there, bro.
Yeah, happy.
Yeah. And then everyone else kept on taking pictures. Yeah. Serious security around him, bro.
Oh, I'm not surprised, man. It's Will Smith.
Yeah. And they're not hench guys. They're not those ones.
They're them ninjas. There was like ex-special forces, like... I know a couple of those guys. Like, they look small, but ninjas, mate.
I dare you to get funny.
Innit?
It's mad.
So obviously you've got a very close friend in Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, man.
He also happens to be... Actually, before I ask about Ed, what I was going to ask, where I was going with that fact about you being with everyone, why have you not just been like, you, let's do tunes together, boom. Bruv, I know for a fact here, you could probably unite Giggs and Sean Paul and Exo Man and French Montana on a record together. And there you go, you got 3 different demographics pulling on your music then, like, and it would be easy for you to do it. Why haven't you?
It's difficult. Sometimes, you know what, yeah, you see when your friends are artists, you kind of have to respect. I can't just go, I know, yeah, he's Ed, innit? I know him, I can phone him, I can talk to his mum and that, but he's Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And I have to respect where he is in the universe, or where he is on a conveyor belt. You know what I mean? So I don't want to just pressure man to come and do a song with me just because he's my mate.
Yeah.
I think that's abusing your friendship. And I care for my friendship with these people more than I do that. Giggs said it to me that day. He goes, bruv, X, I'm not gonna lie, blood, I don't even know why man ain't done that, blood. Like, you've been I've asked Giggs to do a tune about 2-3 years ago, and I am the same version of my producer before, like, still chat to man and still talk to man.
Yeah.
But in time, innit, that's how it will go. Sean Paul things on the cards. You know what I mean? I spoke to them the other day.
Nice.
So, but that's a good idea though. Those 3 on the track.
There you go.
Madness.
Nice little dub plate for me.
Bit of credit there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk percentages in that after. But going back to Ed then, obviously you guys have been tight from a very long time. And I saw last year, which I absolutely loved, the 100 bottles acoustic thing, where you were both like sat on the couch and just jamming the acoustic video there. Yeah. How do you feel any kind of way about, like, he's arguably one of the biggest stars in the world? Easily. Like, there's only a couple people that you might be like, and I'm talking like, the only one that comes to mind right now is like Beyonce might be bigger than Ed. Do you know what I mean? Even that's an argument.
Doesn't say as much though.
So with that in mind, yeah, Ed's taken the time and he's learnt your lyrics and he's just doing it. Do you even feel any kind of way about that, or is it just, that's my mate Ed? Like, is it just nothing to you?
I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it, man. Like, I'm not gassed because I respect it, man, because it's so much more than man just sending out a tweet or you know what I mean. And he knows his worth, bro.
Yeah,
he knows what that's gonna do, innit?
Yeah.
So in a sense, that's money. In a sense, he's giving you money.
Exactly. And the thing, he doesn't, like, no disrespect to you, he doesn't need to do that.
No,
like,
he doesn't.
He doesn't need an Exo Man collaboration. Like, this Ed Sheeran we're talking about. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
he could work with anybody.
Yeah.
That's famous. He could hit the Skepta button, the Giggs button. He could do anything.
He could hit. I mean, has he? I think, did he even do a record with Beyonce recently?
Yeah,
I swear they did. So I was gonna say he hit the Beyonce button, bro. And
yeah. But I think that's the beautiful thing about him. Like, he'll go upstairs and downstairs because he wants to.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's big people that he hasn't worked with, even if people have pressured him to do it. You know what I mean? But no, that's a good touch. And the way that happened was just, yo, that tune's sick. Come and just pulled out the guitar.
Yeah.
So, and what you see is literally what happened.
Yeah.
He had like a 11-year-old girl filming it. Shout out to Ella. You don't know. Like,
yeah. I like when I see like little things like that with you two. I like how the dynamics of your friendship seems, because it is like, it just seems organic. And like you say, with that video, it does just seem like you might have been waiting backstage somewhere, and it's like, all right, let's just do something. Like, I kind of like that, man. Yeah. So with all that said, who would be your ultimate collaboration? Like, dead or alive, who would you most like to collaborate with? Damian Marley, Junior Gong.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Why so?
He's just, it's very easy in the bashment world to just be another bashment artist that just jumps on a rhythm and everybody knows who you are, yeah. And it's very hard to be an artist when your dad is Bob Marley.
Yeah.
It's like asking,
like a standalone artist as well.
Yeah, like people think it's a leg up. It's actually a leg down because they're waiting for your failure. And he's such a G. And like even the collaboration with him and Nas, like he owned that whole thing, like owned it in such a way. And like I love Jamaican artists that make me realize they're not just a bashment artist, they're a artist, blood.
Like, you know that record he did with Skrillex as well, right? Do you know that one? Like, monster.
It's just a beat. Like he understands so much. Like sick. Damian Marley all day, every day.
That's a really good shout, actually.
Yeah.
Name one record from the last 12 months that you wish you'd made.
Man, there's bare bangers. Whipping Excursion. There's a couple J Haas bits that are banging. Yeah, that Whipping Excursion thing's banging, cause I'm not gonna lie, man.
Whipping Excursion.
Yeah. We saw it both in Croatia, bro. We saw what that dude's music does. And it's active. Yeah. And it's home. You know what I mean? And that's what I loved about it. Like he was doing better than all the American ones that were there. Yeah. Or we're on par, we're on level peggings.
No, I'd say better.
Yeah.
I'd say the reaction that Giggs was getting,
he got a better songs, reaction easily. But like now we're getting bookings just the same. Festivals over here are just doing home. Yeah. And I think that's why I'm happy still.
I like your social media activeness. Like, especially like we were speaking off camera just now, the Hood Heroes, like the mini series that's coming out, bro. It's killing me.
Boom.
Is this like a thing now? Is this an ongoing thing? Hood Heroes.
We're taking it to YouTube.
Yeah.
We're gonna do off. We've shot our first mini series.
Okay.
To be fair, bro, we just pissed about and we just decided to film it. Shout out to Bailey London and Terrell Lewis, and then I don't know where we're gonna take it. It is just Instagram, innit? I kind of nothing Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't take that thing serious.
Just put it there. It's just,
but it gets awareness in it. But we're gonna go put it on YouTube if that makes any difference.
Yeah.
And then see what happens from there.
I'm involved, bruv. I'm subscribing, man. I don't care. It's funny as hell. What's important to you?
Not going mad and being happy, right?
Staying sane in here.
Staying sane. You have to burn some incense a lot.
Yeah.
You have to literally just, you have to cleanse regularly. Purge, get rid of friends, stop talking to girls, unfollow certain things. Yeah, you have to, otherwise it just seeps into you like a plague.
Hard to focus, I imagine, especially as a DJ with me, yeah. As long as you lot keep making big tunes, I'm in the job. Yeah. I've got a job. But where I see it for artists, you have to create the big tunes. There's so much more pressure for an artist, especially these days where you can't just have one big tune, and people's attention span is so short. Like the projects you've got now, they might be the hottest thing next week. Next month, they probably won't be in the conversation. Apart from your hardcore fans, and that's not a reflection on you. That happened to Eminem's last album. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I can't imagine like the pressure that artists.
I think for me, this project for me, it's a case of I put out 16 tracks.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let people have their time with them. Then I'm gonna shoot a video from Calm, bring you back to the project.
Right.
Shoot a video from Storm, bring you back to the project, and it's constantly treat everything like a single, and keep going. And then I've got lots of tunes with other people in between. And I'll just keep doing little one-away things in between. The
last question. What is, apart from not being able to get into a Lamborghini, what's the hardest thing about being 7 foot tall?
What's the most annoying thing or hardest?
Either or.
People that tell me I'm tall. You know what it is, yeah? You can ask me how tall I am. You can ask me if I play basketball. These are all questions.
You're tall.
But yeah. As you're walking past, they want to say it in front of their mates. He's massive, he's tall. He's got. Or they go, "Raw, how tall are you?" You say 7 foot, and they go, "No, you're not." And I'm like, I don't know, where did we go from here?
Yeah.
If you already knew how tall I was, why did you ask me in the first place? No, you can't be. You're about 6. It's like, dog, I'm out.
I saw the video you posted of the shower head the other day.
Yeah, that's the
hotel rooms must just kill you off, bro. Hotel rooms, beds, Lamborghinis.
That's the reality. But I love life like that though, double blood. Like I get it. One day, that's the thing with my life. Tomorrow I could be in a private jet. The next day I'm taking my niece's bicycle to the shop, blood. Like, but I've come to love both.
Yeah.
You get me? The night before that showerhead thing, I was in the sickest hotel on earth called the Mandrake. Like this room was a shower. The whole thing.
Sick.
And then you go home, and I was on my snap like, shut the man shower, man ain't got no shower like this. Man ain't got no. And then I went home and I was like, rude boy, you ain't got no shower like this. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? So I had to reboot myself. I had to reboot the gas.
Yeah.
And just film myself in my own shower, dog. You get me? It does the job, but God.
Yeah.
One day
you'll have that big shower room and a stretch Lamborghini.
Long one.
So, Calm2 and Storm2 are out now to buy. Go and get them. It's all platforms, innit? Because I know you're patterned up well like that. You know the business. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon,
the lot.
HMV.
Oh, no hard copies.
Our Price. You remember
the dog
Our Price?
And the gramophone.
No, that's HMV.
Oh,
Our Price was like the red logo with the vinyl record.
Yeah.
People watching it like, what's a vinyl?
They know what damn
it's
like.
It's out there, man. Calm2 and Storm2.
What's your favourite song before we go off it?
Dripping was up there. C's. I liked Active. I'm a Young Reeks fan.
Yeah.
So definitely bought into that one. And I think My Type.
No. You hit the gas button. But then you said you preferred Calm.
But I did prefer as like a
package.
Listening from front to back.
Yeah.
But picking out the individual ones, I like them 3.
I respect it.
Solid work, bro.
Gracias.
I'm looking forward to the next stuff.
On it.
Been a pleasure, man. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me, Double.
DJ Double with XO, man.
Boom.